All right, welcome into the 2023 MLB Draft Show. I'm excited for this one. We've got Jack Hurley, Virginia Tech, kind of a do-it-all Swiss Army knife outfielder, if you will, the pride of Boalsburg, Pennsylvania. Jack, welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the first 2023 MLB Draft Show of the fall/winter. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I appreciate you having me on.
Absolutely. So what we like to do at the beginning of these shows, every single time, this is how we kick it off. Tell the viewers, tell the listeners, who's Jack Hurley? What are you like on the field? What are some of your best tools? And then a little bit more about yourself off the field. What are some of your hobbies? What are you passionate about? How do you like to kill your time?
Yeah, no, I'm from about 5 minutes away from Penn State University, so from Central Pennsylvania. Used to playing in the cold. I went to Virginia Tech. I still go there, and I work hard. I try to maximize my ability, and to kill my time, I like hanging out with my friends. I got a good group of buddies up there that are all working towards the same goal, and it's easy to hang out with those guys because we all have similar interests and stuff. I like to go golfing. I love playing baseball, love working out, but most importantly, spending time with friends and family.
So I want to talk immediately about your game on the field because you do a little bit of everything well. Is there a tool that really stands out? Like, I'm Jack Hurley, and this is what I bring to a lineup. This is what I bring to the field.
I think I just like playing with energy. It's not really like one of those tools, but I think just like like playing with my hair on fire, maybe playing with some energy. I think that might be one of my like tools that you might notice if you watch me play. But it's not really one of those physical tools. It's just one of those things that I might bring and help the team, get riled up.
Yeah. Do you think that kind of is a piece of why your development has ascended the way that it has? Because, and don't take this the wrong way, in high school, not the craziest heralded prospect, a smaller guy, kind of got by on grit. And now you've grown, you've put on weight. Obviously, you've become one of the staples in that Virginia Tech lineup. Do you attribute your attitude and kind of your approach to the game toward how you've become the player that you are?
Um, I don't think it doesn't. It's not really that. I think it's a lot of the people that I've been around. Like I've just been
Mhm.
around the right people, and they've helped me achieve the right things with my swing and defensively, all that stuff. Especially with the coaches at Virginia Tech, my high school coaches, my dad. Everybody has really put in a lot of time to me, and then I've really tried to maximize their time and what they have to say and put it to my game.
Well, let's talk a little bit about that Virginia Tech team because for my money, top two, top three lineup in baseball last year. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
you were surrounded by future draft picks, high draft picks, dudes that were throwing up like 350, 360 batting lines. I mean, is that the best lineup you've ever been a part of? And what's it like playing around so many guys that can impact the ball?
Yeah, that lineup was like it was crazy. It was so nice playing with those guys because the amount of protection that everybody gave each other, like it's just like everybody in that lineup just hit. And I think we pride ourselves off just hitting the ball as hard as we can. So there was like a lot of dudes that I like to say there's just like a lot of guys that just hit the ball really hard. And it was top to bottom. The guys hit for power, average, stolen bases, everything. It was a really dangerous lineup, and all those guys are going to go have success. Like even the guys who got drafted and the guys who are going to get drafted, they're going to have a good time at Virginia Tech this year, and those guys are already killing it in the minors. If you've been keeping
Yeah.
up with some of those guys.
Yeah, yeah. So you parlay 2022 into a shot with the United States Collegiate National Team. Obviously, you're going to be surrounded by talented dudes there. What was that experience like for you? And were there any guys on that team that really stood out as just? I mean, that's a dude.
Yeah, no, that lineup was those two lineups were really good. I don't know like which one I can take. I know the USA team was a little bit younger, but like those guys can all ball, and the pitching staff there was unbelievable. The when we were at North Carolina playing the like Stars and Stripes series, like that pitching was something I've never seen. I mean, it was some really quality stuff. Like I've seen it before, but like day in and day out, like that was every pitcher. And then offensively, those guys could just ball. I mean, there's everybody brings a little bit to the table. Like I can remember like Enrique just flies. Like some of those guys just have standout tools that you're just like, man, like that's crazy. But no, I made a lot of good friends, and it was such a cool experience.
It sounds to me like there's a pitch or two that stand out for you during that experience as like, I would prefer not to see that pitch anymore. Is there a guy, is there an arm that stands out that was particularly brutal?
I don't even I don't know. There's a lot of guys, all of them threw like power sinkers. Like there was like some guys that had the carry and like the vertical break or whatever, but a lot of those
Mhm.
guys had like sink to their ball, and I faced a lot of righties that just like kind of wanted to tail it off the plate, and like the more like I saw it, the more I got a little bit more comfortable with it, and kind of understand where it needed to start to like be able to actually hit it.
Yeah.
First couple of bats, like I remember I was like, this stuff is pretty real. And I was faced like Teddy McGraw from Wake, and he throws like up mid to upper 90s, just sinks off the table, and his stuff was running working that day. So I mean, I remember I was like, that stuff's pretty real.
I dig it, man. Well, how about let's talk about your development because this is obviously a big year for you. You had a huge year last year. What are some goals that you've set for yourself in 2023, or as we work our way into this winter, an opportunity for you to get bigger, stronger? How are you hoping to come out of this kind of this last prep as you go into your junior year?
Yeah, so for the fall, my goals are just I just want to continue to develop my swing. I changed a lot of it from my freshman year to my sophomore year, and I think I got it to a good spot. I think I got my barrel to a good spot in my sophomore year, and I just want to keep that going, and continue to even work on like on the swing a little bit more and get it into a better spot. There were some times last year where my barrel kind of got a little too deep, and I just want to kind of catch things out front. So I'm just focused on like the little things, like just like catching the ball out front, keeping my hands in, just the generic like things that are gonna work for everybody. So that's what I'm gonna work on. I'm trying to gain a little bit more weight, but to my game, nothing too specific. Just maybe some things in my body, just a little bit more flexible, gaining some weight, gaining some power, but nothing too crazy.
The natural progression for you.
Yeah, I'm just trying to just keep the steady incline.
Hitterish tendencies. I like it. How about Virginia Tech? You guys obviously were a force in 2022. You lose some pretty talented players. Have you guys started having discussions on what 2023 will look like? What sort of team goals you've got for the year, and how you plan to get there?
Yeah, obviously we want to make it deep in the postseason, and it's really early right now to be able to tell like exactly what we're going to be able to do.
Hmm.
But like some of the freshmen and transfers that came in, like there's some dogs in that group, like some crazy bats. It's like it looks like it could be a really dangerous lineup again. We got DeMartini returning, Carson Jones, a couple key pieces from last year, and like some of the guys that we're adding, I think are going to be make their names known pretty quickly. Like that's just a heads up for everybody listening. Those fresh, pretty real in my opinion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I want to talk briefly on. I know that you had a chance to kind of dabble a little bit on the Cape playing for Bourne. What was that experience like? I know that you weren't there a terribly long time with your packed summer schedule, but some impressions of the Cape.
I love the Cape. It was cool because you're playing baseball like every day, and it's against like that. I always wanted to go to the Cape. That was one of my goals whenever I was younger, and that was something I was able to achieve, and I had to do it, and I really wanted to go up there and play. But the competition was pretty good. It was really advanced. The pitching was great. Like it was good to go get those at bats up there and like helped me out because it got me better. Like that, like I failed at the beginning. Like I started off like 2 for 16 or something, and like I was like, man, this is tough. Then I made some adjustments and was able to string together some hits, but it kind of like pushed me in the right direction. And then the area up there, if you've ever been up there, man, it's so sick. The Cape it's a really cool place to kind of hang out. There's beaches everywhere. So I made some good friends up there, and we would go up to the beaches, hang out on the off days. Although I only had one off day up there, but
I was
it
gonna
was a
say.
really. I mean, like I'm from the middle of nowhere, so there's no beaches around here. So it was cool to be able to hang out up there for a little bit.
I mean, you're from the middle of nowhere. Kind of, I'm from Seattle. I'm on the West Coast, and we don't get a lot of exposure to the Cape Cod League. But those that are invested in baseball really understand how important it is. You're from the East Coast. You're from that area. Tell the viewers, tell the listeners, like put it into words. You said that growing up, like you just wanted to play on the Cape, like it was a big goal of yours. How big is the Cape on the East Coast, and how important is it to just amateur baseball?
Yeah, the Cape is huge. Like even at Virginia Tech, like here it's a little bit different because like I'm not like I'm playing with my high school buddies and like we're just grinding and having fun together. Whenever I got to Virginia Tech, it was like the goal was to go to the Cape. Like that's like what you want to do in the summers. Like it doesn't matter. You play 60 games at Virginia Tech, you want to go play 50 more in the Cape. Like that's like what you want to do. Because it's obviously a good sign. Like it means you're doing something right because you get the chance, and not everybody gets a chance to do it. So I think a lot of people hold great value in that. But yeah, it's really, I think a lot of people, especially in my school, like really want to go up there, and they have been going up there because they kind of set that goal and they go want to reach it. So I mean, it's pretty cool. Everybody wants to go up there, and it's a fun league. I wanted to go back, but I think I just needed a break.
I dig it, man. Yeah, I mean, you had a long summer, you had a long spring. Uh, Always good to get a breather before kind of hitting the weight room in the winter. All right, so we usually finish here with some rapid fire questions. I want to hit you with two or three, and then we'll let you go. Um, I kind of like to give guys the chance to put some of their teammates on the spot, and with some of these guys having been drafted, now they're gone off the program. First question for you would be who that got drafted, who's not with the program anymore, had the worst taste in music?
Who had the worst taste in music? Um, Man, well, our pitcher Graham Firehead last year, he had like a funky taste in music. He had some interesting vibes, but like I loved it. He's from Virginia Beach, so he's like one of those beach boys that just plays those kind of tunes. I'm gonna put Tanner Schobel on the spot. Say he had the worst taste in music.
Tanner Schobel. Oh, that's a good one, man. Shortstops, the
Yeah,
egos.
yeah. One of my good buddies. I
All
hope he
right.
listens to this. Hears that.
Oh, I'll tag him. I'll tag him. All right. Second piece of it. All those guys that are gone. Who's the worst cook?
Worst cook. I'm gonna guess Gavin Cross because I don't think I saw him cook ever, and I also don't think he did cook the whole entire school year. I think he ate out a lot, and he just ate whatever they gave us. So definitely probably Gavin.
Gavin Cross. All right. So I'll leave you with this. It's kind of a staple of the show. What is, take as much time as you need. What is the one fact, the one random fact that you know about literally anything that's weird that not a lot of people know?
Man, uh, dude, I'm. Let me think. Let me think. A random fact that I know. Katie, you know any random facts? You know any random facts? She's not helping either.
That's such a random question to yell downstairs.
I know. So the random fact that like I kind of know. Well, I saw it on like Twitter or Instagram the other day, but it was a baseball fact, and it was that like Barry Bonds has like 28 more intentional walks than like the whole entire Rays franchise does. I think it's the Rays. I'm not sure, but it was Barry Bonds had, I don't know what team exactly it was, but he had 28 more intentional walks than like a whole entire franchise, which was
In his
like
career, in the
yeah, he had
history
like
of the Rays?
yeah, he had like 688 like intentional walks. And like it was like
Jeez.
28 more than a whole entire team. I remember I was like I saw that and I read it like four times because I was like, there's no way. And I'm like
That's
680.
crazy.
It was like something crazy. But like I mean it was pretty sure like ESPN posted it. Like I hope it wasn't like one of those fake Twitter accounts that's making me look like an idiot now. But like it was pretty nuts whenever I read that. So I mean
That's a
that's
pretty good fact.
I don't
I
know.
wish more people would bring
Fact check me.
baseball fact.
Yeah, I know. Fact check me if because I could be wrong on that, but I did see that somewhere, which would be pretty impressive. But
I dig it. No, I think you think you can beat that?
oh my, no, I got intentionally like once this year, like, and it's like what?
Well, nobody's going to intentionally walk you with the lineup that you were surrounded by.
Yeah, true. Because then they got to face who was hitting behind me, Cade Hunter, and he's not an easy out either. So
No, maybe you'll get two intentional walks this year.
that would be ideal. That help some OBP right there.
There you
Anything.
go. There you go. All right, Jack Hurley. It's been a pleasure, man, getting to know you, catching up a little bit. Good luck this winter, this fall. Get strong, get healthy, and looking forward to seeing what you got in 2023, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on.